Hey Vinyl community, today I wanted to do a video where I am shouting out some of the newer channels in the VC, some channels that you may not be aware of, and some channels that are relatively brand new. And by brand new, I'm talking about just in the last couple of months, their channels have been started, and they all have under 100 subs. But I feel, it's part of our responsibility as VC members to give shout outs to some of these newer channels. We definitely want to support them. The larger the vinyl community is, the better it is for everybody. So these are some channels that I want to give shout outs to, hoping you will check them out, hoping you will go over and give them a sub, because they really are cool content. Really do enjoy their channels, and I think you will too. So the first channel that I want to give a shout out to is Ed's Robbing Liquor Store Music Passion. And just like the title would lead you to believe, Ed picks a different convenience store every episode, goes in, he's wearing the nylon mask. Sometimes he's got a gun concealed, sometimes it's out in plain view, but basically goes into a convenience store and he proceeds to rob the convenience store while he is talking about his favorite music. Did an episode a couple days ago where he was talking about his top 10 Journey songs and just going about his business. I don't know if this is what he does for a living or if this is something that he just does for the purposes of his channel, but it's interesting to see him kind of multitask as he is going through all of his favorite Journey songs. He's talking about Don't Stop Believing while he's grabbing cash out of the register, stuffing it into his pillowcase or whatever he uses to haul his cash around. He's talking about the virtues of the song Faithfully while he's got customers lying face down on the floor, hold a gun to their head. I mean, it's incredible. And I've seen comments on his videos where people are like, this is just a gimmick. You're not really doing this. This is all a stage setup. Well, look at the episode. I think it was from last week where he shoots that pregnant woman. That is real blood. I am sorry, but you can't fake that. And the way she just kind of crumples to the floor, I mean, that's not acting. That is real. But anyway, I want to give a sub to his channel. He loves a lot of cool music, a lot of the same music I do. He loves classic 70s rock, gets into a little bit of post-punk new wave stuff that he does, but knows a lot about music. I haven't seen any of his record collection yet, but I think he's got big potential there in his channel, and just want to see people give him some love in the VC. So definitely check that channel out. Second channel that I want to shout out today is Jay's Jaywalking Musical Journey. And Jay is a very cool guy. He looks like he's in his 30s or so. He's more a metalhead, heavily into Judas Priest. I think Iron Maiden is one of his favorites, but he lives in some sort of metropolitan area. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but he will go downtown, and we're talking like during rush hour, he will go into a busy road. He'll walk right into the center of the busy road, cars honking, people shouting out, yelling at him, and he will sit down in the middle of the road and he'll just show a couple of records from his collection. It's definitely a very interesting concept, but at the same time, he's got a lot of cool vinyl. He's got some imports, he's got some rare stuff. I'm not a huge Iron Maiden fan, so I'm taking his word for it that this stuff is rare, but just shows the record and then stands up, walks out of the road and goes about his business. But it's very cool. I like the fact that he's kind of taken, the usual VC content that you see and kind of added a little element of danger, I guess, maybe to it. But it's very cool. And sometimes you can't hear him talk over all the honking that's going on around him. But at the same time, what you are able to hear, I've learned a lot from his channel. The third channel I want to shout out is Eating Broken Glass and Talking Vinyl Records. Talking about Tony over there at his channel, definitely brand new, a younger guy. He's kind of into like a lot of the synth pop, a little bit of industrial, some electronica stuff, but he's sitting in his music room and he will take like a wine glass, a champagne glass. I haven't seen him take anything too thick, but basically he will smash it. And then while he's talking about or showing his records, he will eat the broken glass. By the end of the episode, he's got blood dripping down his chin and everything, and he shows his tongue just to show you he's not messing around. It's actually real. He's kind of a magician. I don't know, again, if that's like a side career for him, if that's something he does, but I'm pretty amazed because he actually eats the glass. I mean, he shows you like, there's no glass in my mouth. And where before, I mean, we're talking like a long stem champagne glass that he had. So it's pretty impressive. I mean, not only does he know a lot about music, he's got a great music collection, but at the same time, how he does it, I have no idea, but it's pretty cool. Fourth channel I want to shout out is Painting Myself Green and Sitting in a Child's Swimming Pool Filled with Cottage Cheese, Music Fantasies. It's a mouthful for a channel. Only like the first part actually shows up when you search it. But very cool channel. He's an older guy. I think he's probably in about his 50s. Definitely into the classic rock. Best bands, favorite bands are Bob Seger, Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel. Big into Billy Joel. He just did a Billy Joel episode. But it's pretty much as the title suggests. He is from head to toe. He's naked, head to toe. He's green. He is sitting in a small child swimming pool out in his backyard, what looks to be cottage cheese, and talking about music, showing he's got a lot of cassettes, which I really appreciate. I love his cassette collection. He just collects some 8-tracks, some CDs, some records. He's into all different formats, but knows a lot about what he's talking about. He just showed his Billy Joel 8-track collection. Sometimes he eats the cottage cheese, which to me is a little gross, but whatever you want to do, dude. But I think it's really interesting. He's, definitely got a showman type personality. I think he almost sounds like he's a radio announcer the way that he talks. So I suspect maybe he's on the radio somewhere. But anyway, very cool. Enjoy his content a lot. Please go over and give him a sub. And then the fifth and final channel I want to shout out is Paul's Eating Tacos in a Parking Garage Dressed as a Ghostbuster and Talking Records. So Paul, very cool guy, very funny guy. He's very animated in his presentation, but he finds a different parking garage, or at least it's a different level of each parking garage. He doesn't exactly say if they're different parking garages, but he finds a location in a parking garage. He is dressed like one of the Ghostbusters from that 1980s movie, and he's got his little bag from Taco Bell, and he just starts talking about music while he's eating a soft taco. He's definitely into punk rock, thrash metal. I think Anthrax, he said, is one of his favorite bands. He's big into Motorhead. He was wearing, a Motorhead hat one day, but just knows a lot about music. He's got a great collection. He shows a lot of 7-inch singles, which the guys and I just did an episode for, but he's got some very cool color vinyl, splatter vinyl, just a lot of really cool stuff. And he likes his tacos. So very cool. I'm not necessarily into that style of music, but just his presentation is such. It doesn't matter if you're into that kind of music or not. You will enjoy his channel. You will learn a lot. And it's cool seeing all those cool records and just seeing him kind of having fun eating tacos, dressing like a Ghostbuster, around the parked cars and stuff. So anyway, just want to give some love to those channels. Make sure you definitely check them out. Give them a sub. If you haven't subbed to my channel yet, please make sure you give me one. Hope you're doing great. Have a great day and take care.